Hi, welcome. Welcome to the 12-week Healthy Brain launch, right? Our new program. So tonight I'll kind of cover what we're going to go through, but also why it's so near and dear to my heart, why I really wanted to do this program. So as we're waiting for a few others to join in as we go live, I'm also attempting to record this. Hello, Michelle. I'm attempting to record this so that I can place it on a YouTube channel so that it'll be easier to get to, so that you don't have to go through all of my Facebook feeds to find the different videos. And so don't know how it's going to work. Wishing for the best. So lots of prayers for a successful YouTube launch as well. So it'll be simultaneously. I'll still come online. Thank you. Still come online live on Mondays, right? I think we're all kind of used to this time, and so it works really well for me. But also for others who just don't have Facebook and don't want to do that, I'll be able to place it on the YouTube channel. So let's get started. What we're going to cover in the next 12 weeks, right? Our Healthy Brain program. We'll talk about what is the brain. It uses most of the energy of our body, and it never shuts down, right? As long as we are healthy, even when we're asleep, the brain is working. What diseases affect the brain? How are all the body systems interlinked? Nutrition, exercise, renewing, and sleeping. Sleep is so important for a healthy brain. How to restore. Supplements that are proven to be useful. What to avoid. The importance of neuroplasticity. And this is why, if we are wanting longevity, and I do, we want quality over quantity. Right? For me, living well into my 90s, but not being able to enjoy life isn't what I'm after. I do want longevity, but I want it with quality over quantity. So, and I hope I don't cry on this, right? This is near and dear to my heart. There are people that I love dearly who are suffering from the effects of dementia. People I looked up to, people who took me in as their own, right? Family. So why do I want to do this program? It's these people also, right? What they are going through is showing me what I don't want. What I don't want in my older years, right? In my twilight years, my silver years. What they're going through now, I don't want to happen to me. So I started doing some research, and most of you who have had parents who are being afflicted with any kind of Alzheimer's, dementia, or any of these brain diseases know that there's a lot of information out there. There's a whole lot we can do. The time to do it is now. So people that have the disease are affected. But as you all know, so are the ones that are watching it happen, those that care for them. There's so much loss around this disease for all involved, right? How things used to be just no longer are. And the grief process starts early. I want you to know that. For those watching loved ones deteriorate as the disease progresses, the grief process starts early. But the people with the disease also experience grief as they realize more and more the things they can no longer do. So I want to share a story that illustrates the difficulty around brain disease and the loss of function. As you know, our loved ones are suffering the debilitating effects of dementia. And not long ago, our family had to make a decision. So the loss of freedom was particularly painful when we had to take away the keys to the vehicle. It's a huge decision. It's hard, and it doesn't come without a lot of sleepless nights and a lot of worry. How is it going to affect everyone involved? But what happens if you don't? So this loss of freedom was particularly painful when we had to take the keys away. And those of you who have faced this or will soon can relate. I'm sure you can. Whether you've already had to do this or you're looking at this sometime in your future, I'm sure you can relate. And so as I go through the program today, and the whole program won't be based on this, right? But I want you to know why it was so important to me, why it touches me in such a deep way. So as I go through the program today, I would ask you to imagine the part, right? What's happening to the one afflicted by the disease? And then also think about the loved ones who go through it with them. Think about the caregivers, right? The caregivers. So many times caregivers are just completely stricken with burnout. This is a hard thing to do. So in the instance of taking the keys away from someone who can no longer safely drive, put yourself in their shoes first. First. Put yourself in their shoes. This is a loss of freedom, a loss of independence. And for them, a new realization that their life is changing, and changing in ways that they can no longer have control over. They absolutely have no control over. Things are happening. So in our case, children who used to take orders are now demanding that this once independent, proud man give them over. His children, who used to come to this man for guidance, advice, instructions, are now saying, as capable and skilled as you used to be, you no longer are safe to be on the road operating a vehicle. And this man's children, who used to call him to pick up their children from school or ask that he run to Napa or the hardware store to pick up items they needed for the latest repair or remodel project, are now saying, Dad, from now on, you'll have to call us so that we can take you to the store, take you to the doctor, take you wherever you need to go. And Mom, this affects you too. Because no longer can Dad run to town to pick up your five items or so from the grocery store. And this was a task she asked him to do on a daily basis. And a task he loved to do, because this man is a social being. He loved socializing in town. Loved paying bills at the first of the month. He visited at each and every stop. He visited. It was high on his list, and he had a routine. He visited with the customer service reps at REC, the ladies at the cable TV office in Alamosa. Most importantly, his old friends at Napa, and he had many. They knew him well. Everyone got a visit and a positive chat when he came by every first of the month. And his children, right, all of us, right, reassured him that this once independent man, that we would take him and Mom to visit all of their friends and family whenever they wanted to. And this was another great loss. Their social interaction on their terms, not ours, their terms. And they were very social. And we tell them all they have to do is ask, which they rarely do because they feel like it's an imposition. It isn't, of course, but that's not how they see it. Imagine, when you do this, how it affects them, how they will feel calling you just to ask to go visit, But they can't quite find courage. They won't find the courage to ask. And so then they slowly become even more isolated. And they begin to forget faces because they don't see them often. And the children of friends and family, which they never saw, but they talked about, right? A lot of times our children leave this area and go somewhere else, but we talk about them. They begin to forget because it's people they don't see and people they don't talk about. So they no longer can remember. So put yourself in their shoes. For those of you who have faced this already, as hard as it was, as necessary as it was, it will be something you will never forget. It will be forever etched on your heart, because the mind can rationalize the action, but the heart feels the emotions. And as I've discussed so many times, these big events, these emotionally painful times, will absolutely plant subconscious beliefs of what aging must be like. And I want to assure you now, it does not have to be that way. That's why I'm doing this program. It doesn't have to be this way. These events, although are true for our family and possibly and most likely true for yours, doesn't mean that's what aging has to be like. But it's so painful that it's very difficult for us to overcome our subconscious belief and to not have that belief become true for us. We have to take action, and that's why I'm here. You absolutely have the ability to change the outcome, to change your own health results. And I hope this is why you are here. So now, for those of you who haven't had to face it yet, but will at some time in the future, think about how this affects them, what they must be feeling, and proceed with the utmost respect and the deepest compassion. Remember, what you give, you also receive. So proceed with the utmost respect and the deepest compassion. It won't be easy. I would never tell you that it is. Hello, Carrie. Welcome. And there is also grief for those caring for aging parents with dementia or Alzheimer's. To know that they are not who they used to be. And there's a fear of this upcoming or currently forgetting who you are. Forgetting the days, losing touch with what's going on. And I will say that taking the keys away is one of the big first decisions. It's one of the hardest. Next to the mother of all hard decisions anyway. The mother of all hard decisions is considering a nursing home. And know that if you are caring for parents with dementia, there's a 99% chance that you will be making this decision at some time in their care. Take a deep breath. Let's take a breather. That was some really hard stuff. I'm glad I got through it without crying, because as I was typing it, I was bawling my eyes out. It's really hard to remember those. That was a hard decision. Excuse me. So now let's bring in some light, right? Tonight, right? I don't want this to be a heavy subject. It is difficult, but there's hope. There's light. There's an opportunity, hope for change, right? Don't let this be a real emotional downer, not this night. I'm not talking about your experiences, because they are. But this night doesn't have to be. It's not my purpose. It's not my purpose at all. I just wanted to share with you my passion, my own experience, and how it's driving me to make changes in my own life. So I want to tell you that again, right? This is my passion. This next 12 weeks, you will hear from me how passionate I am to make these changes now, right? It's driving me to make changes of my own today, not 20 years from now. Not 20 years from now when I have little chance of affecting the outcome, but today. So I'm passionate about this topic, and I hope you are too. This is your health. And I'm really passionate about providing you tips and tools that can make a positive change in your own life. So I want you to know there is a whole lot you can do. There's a lot of hope and a lot of action. Get started now, don't wait. I'm not promising you a cure for those who are already in the progression of the disease, but I'm offering you tips and tools and ways to help you, right? This is about you. So my disclaimer, and I need to do this, right? As always, my services are not intended to replace medical or psychotherapy treatment. They're not. I'm an adjunct, right, to your already professional care. But consider what I offer to be complementary tools to whatever professional medical or psychotherapy services you're now currently using. And do your own research and take that information to your physician and make changes that are best for you. There's a lot of research out there, and there's a lot of ways that you can approach this. Find the one that fits you. In the course of this program, I will try to offer you many different types, right, from many different sources so that you can find the one that is best for you. So, you can change the course of your own aging. You absolutely can. And this is where you can focus on what you want rather than what you don't want. Again, you can change the course of your own aging by focusing on the health you do want. You get more of what you focus on. This isn't an absolute truth. And the basis for the services I offer, you get more of what you focus on. So focus on the right things. Not on what you don't want. Focus on what you do want and how you can achieve just that. That's why these tips and tools are so important. If you focus on them, they will make the changes that you're seeking. But also, if you are caring for aging parents, it's never too late to make effective, healthy changes, right? There is no harm in making good, healthy changes to slow down the progression, to see some improvement. Or if they don't have any symptoms yet, healthy lifestyle changes can halt or slow down the onset of the disease itself. And here's the great thing for you and for them. Anything you do for a healthy brain will have vast improvements in your overall health. So what you do for your health will benefit all systems. So whether you're concerned with heart disease or diabetes or arthritis or Alzheimer's, the steps you take to improve health will benefit all of your systems. Hi, Mona, welcome. So whatever calls you to improve, jump on the train and get on board with doing things you need to do to improve your own health. So why brain health, right? Because for me, I want to live the second half of my life vibrantly, enthusiastically, fully. I love what I do. I absolutely love what I do, and I could do this well into my 80s and even my 90s. I love it that much. No worries, I'm going to have this posted and hopefully on YouTube too. So thank you. I'm glad you joined in. But I won't be much help to anyone if my brain is unhealthy or it's deteriorating. And I watched a program on brain health called Genius Food. And the experts said that the effects of dementia and Alzheimer's begins decades before the first symptoms appear. I'm 54. The time for me is now. So no matter how old you are, take steps now. How do you want to live your life? And all of it, right? Not just when you're young, but all of it. So even if you are in your 20s, what you do now will have effects down the line. Whether you care for yourself or you don't, it will have an effect on you. Make them healthy. Choose to be healthy. You can choose how you will live out all of your years, and then think, even if you have young children, be a healthy example of living, and they are far more likely to do the same, right? Children learn from us from what we do. So be a healthy example. So no matter how old you are, there is something in this program for everyone. Why is it important? Because most of us will face a brain issue in our lifetime, whether it's ours or someone we care for and love. Either a family member or ourselves, we will face a brain issue in our lifetime. So now I'd like to go into what are the main brain illnesses. So let's just look at some of them. As we age, we all notice changes in our hair, our skin, and our joints that let us know we're getting older. And along with these visible changes, our brains and central nervous system are going through the aging process too. This is one reason you are far more likely to suffer from a neurological problem after age 65. So some of the more common neurological disorders that affect seniors include strokes, neuropathy, dementia, and particularly Alzheimer's, and Parkinson's. Chances are you know someone who has dealt with one of these medical problems. But let's start with dementia, because this is the one that's near and dear to my heart, as my loved ones are experiencing it now. Welcome, Michelle. So dementia. Although there are various forms of dementia, around 70% of cases are due to Alzheimer's. Of the remaining cases, the second most common type is vascular dementia. Due to longer life expectancies and the baby boomer population, the percentage of Americans living with this disease will increase in the upcoming years. And I didn't write this down, but I will, but I think there's 5.5 million Americans suffering from dementia or Alzheimer's now. Now, people are often confused, I know I was, when it comes to dementia and Alzheimer's. So unlike Alzheimer's or Parkinson's, dementia is not a specific disease. There are a wide range of conditions that can cause dementia, Alzheimer's being the most common. So Alzheimer's disease itself is a form of dementia, and it's a progressive disease that destroys cells in the brain and ultimately interferes with a person's most basic mental and physical functions. And the exact cause is still unknown. And we'll talk a lot about this. There are two abnormal structures called plaques and tangles that are the prime suspects in damaging and killing the nerve cells. The plaques are deposits of a protein fragment called beta amyloid that build up in the spaces between the nerve cells. And tangles are twisted fibers of another protein called tau that build up in the cells. Now, Parkinson's disease is a chronic and progressive movement disorder. Parkinson's disease involves the malfunction and death of vital nerve cells in the brain. Amyotrophic lateral sclerosis, also known as ALS or Lou Gehrig's disease, is a progressive disease also affecting motor neurons and causes deterioration of the body's muscle function. Stroke. This dangerous, life-threatening event occurs when the blood supply to a part of the brain is suddenly interrupted or when a blood vessel in the brain bursts. Warning signs include face drooping, arm weakness, and speech difficulty. Now, there are many other brain deterioration diseases, and we'll touch on them throughout the program. But for now, focus on doing everything you can for a healthy brain, a healthy heart, and overall body health, and you will decrease the risk for all age-related illnesses. I want to say that again. Focus on doing everything you can for a healthy brain, a healthy heart, and overall body health, and you will decrease the risk for all age-related diseases. Now, there are some risk factors that can be controlled and some that cannot. Risk factors you can't change include age, genetics, and being diagnosed with Down syndrome. Now, I want you to know that only 5% of Alzheimer's cases are hereditary. The rest are random. So you have a whole lot of chance of improving this for yourself, right? Just because it's not in your family doesn't mean it can't affect you. And again, why are we doing this? Because the beginnings of the disease without the symptoms occur decades before the first symptoms appear. So what you do now absolutely is paramount in your health, your brain health. There are many factors that you can control. Alcohol use, high blood pressure, plaque in the artery walls, diabetes, high cholesterol, obesity, and smoking. There are also other factors such as brain injuries, falls, concussions, activities such as sports and other activities that have the potential to cause brain injuries, and they don't have to be serious to cause issues in your brain. They can be cumulative also. Inactivity and other factors such as lack of good social connections will affect your brain health. So where am I getting my information from? What are we basing this program on? Well, one, you can Google it as well, and I would highly suggest you Google anything that I cover, right? So the more research you do, the better the chance is that what I'm teaching, right, will have a positive effect on you. I'm going to follow some really great books. The first book that I'm going to follow is by Dr. Daniel G. Amen. He's commonly known as the Brain Doctor. I'll be looking at Change Your Brain, Change Your Life. Dr. Joe Dispenza, but he did write other books. So the one that I'll be using is Change Your Brain, Change Your Life. But he wrote Change Your Brain to Change Your Age, Change Your Brain to Change Your Body, and Healing ADD, which is also a very good book. Dr. Joe Dispenza, he wrote You Are the Placebo, Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself and Becoming Supernatural. And I'll use a combination of some of these teachings from these books. Dr. Mark Hyman, who is the diet that I follow. He wrote The Blood Sugar Solution, Ultra Mind Solution, Ultra Calm, Ultra Metabolism, and the Ultra Simple Diet. I like his program because it's easy to follow. It's not so much about measuring or calorie counting or anything like that. It's very simple. It's whole foods, right? Natural foods, as much organic as you can. It's balanced, right? Fruits and vegetables and good quality proteins. If you're not watching your sugar, you can include healthy grains and legumes. For me, I stick to vegetables, a little bit of fruit, and lean proteins. The Alzheimer's Solution by Dean and Ayesha Sherzai, MD. Mind and Body, 10 Core Concepts for an Optimally Balanced You, Joel Harper. Dr. Bruce Lipton, The Biology of Belief. And why this is important is because what you focus on, you get more of. So focus on the right things. The power of your focus. His book is based on that, The Biology of Belief. And then the book and the author that got me really jazzed up about doing this program is Max Lugavere. He's the author of Genius Foods. Becoming smarter, happier, and more productive while protecting your brain for life. And I don't want to read that again. Becoming smarter, happier, and more productive while protecting your brain for life. Start now. Start now. He also has a movie. I think it's called Breadhead or something like that. I will, if I can find a link, I will post it and send it out to everyone. Okay, so I highly encourage you to read any of these great books. In fact, if you pick up any of them, do it now and then follow along with me. They're full of action steps you can take today to improve not only your brain health, but your overall health as well. So next week, we'll dive right in to the amazing information I have found while developing this program. But before we close tonight, I'd like to do a guided relaxation on loving your brain. So if you are ready, sitting and comfortable, And it's safe for you to close your eyes. Please do so now. And gently close your eyes and settle in. Gently close your eyes and settle in. Now take a deep breath in. Nice and easy and slow. Deep and full. And when you exhale, exhale fully. Again, when you're ready, take a deep breath in. Focus on your breathing. You can hear your breath. You can feel your breath. And there's a rhythm to your breathing. Make this rhythm calm and peaceful, slow and easy. As you continue taking deep breaths in and exhaling fully, and feel yourself just settling in as you tune into the rhythms of your breathing. Now imagine a beautiful beam of light shining down on you from above. This light is loving and healing and divine, and it just pours over you, just beaming down on you from above. And it starts at the top of your head and moves all the way down through the muscles of your face, all the way down through the muscles of your neck, bringing peace and comfort and relaxation as it washes over you, washing over you, this loving, healing, divine light. And it moves from your neck down into your shoulders. It continues, it moves on down through your arms, your elbows, all the way to your hands and your fingers. This light is loving and healing and divine, and it washes over you in peace and comfort and relaxation. And it moves down into your chest and abdomen, and as the muscles relax, your breathing is easier. And it moves down through the muscles of your back, relaxing these muscles that carry you throughout the day. And the light is loving and healing and divine, and it just pours over you, washing over you in peace and comfort and relaxation. And it continues, it moves down into your legs, your knees, all the way to the calf muscles. And you take your time here as the muscles of your legs relax, these muscles that carry you throughout the day. And it continues, moves down into your ankles, your feet, and your toes, and this light is loving. This light is healing and divine, and it just pours over you, washing over you in peace and comfort and relaxation. And you're surrounded by light, and you can breathe it in. Breathe it in to your open heart. Let it pour in, filling you, filling your mind with every breath with this divine healing light. Let it pour into your heart. Every breath, more light enters you, filling you completely, filling your core, touching every muscle, nerve, and fiber in your body with the divine, healing, loving light, touching every cell, every organ, saturating you with this divine light. And you take another deep breath in, and you fill yourself completely with light. You let it pour into your open heart. Let it pour in, filling you, filling your mind, filling your body. And you're surrounded by light and filled completely. And you make your way to a staircase with 10 steps leading down. Bring the light with you as you make your way to a staircase with 10 steps leading down. Stepping down 10, going deeper and deeper within. 9. Every step down takes you deeper within. 8, repeating the number silently in your own mind as you step down. 7, you're filled with light, surrounded completely as you step down. 6, going deeper within, relaxed more now than ever before. 5, stepping down. 4, feeling lighter and lighter as your body becomes more relaxed. 3, your mind is alert. You're feeling lighter and lighter as you step down. 2, going deeper and deeper, deeper and deeper within. 1, and one more step. And you step out onto a well-worn path. The walking is easy and comfortable. You look down at your feet, and you notice if you have shoes or if you're barefoot. You look around. This place may be familiar or somewhere new. Let your mind choose, but you're out in nature on a beautiful path. The walking is easy and comfortable. And up ahead is a bench. Make your way there now. Make your way to the bench. Sit down and settle in. Make yourself comfortable. Look around you. It's beautiful, peaceful, so calming and serene. And it may be familiar or somewhere new. Let your mind choose, but it's beautiful, peaceful, so calming and serene. And you tell yourself, you want to care for you. You want to care for this body in which you experience this life with. And you know that your brain is vitally important to you living a life that is happy, healthy, full of vibrancy, full of vitality and health. And you tell yourself that you will do all that you can to nourish your brain with healthy foods, lots of clean, clear, pure water, lots and lots of water. And you will exercise your body to maintain physical vitality, to experience all the benefits of an active lifestyle. And you will exercise your mind. You will stay connected to friends, loved ones, social groups. And you will continue to learn and grow. For learning keeps your brain young, and learning and growing provides neuroplasticity. And neuroplasticity is vital for a vibrant, young in mind life. And you will connect to your own spiritual self. You will learn and grow spiritually because you know that purpose and meaning are key to living a life of love, of service, living a life of purpose and meaning. Give life to your life. Give life to your life. And you want this. You want this. And in your imagination, you reach up with your hands and you place your hands around your head, along your face. Place your hands around your head, along your face, and you imagine loving your mind. You tell it that you love it, that you love you. And you are committed to living a life that is healthy in body, mind, and spirit. And you are committed to living a life that is healthy in body, mind, and spirit. And you are. You are. And you make a connection to your mind with your hands around your face, with your heart beating strongly, beating with love. And you connect all of you. You connect all of you to you. And you commit to you. You commit to loving you. And loving you is doing loving things for your body, mind, and spirit. And you do. You do love you. You do love you. You do. Now take a deep breath in. As I say these words again, let them sink in. And loving you is doing loving things for your body, mind, and spirit. And you do love you. You do love you. You do. Now take a deep breath in. Stand up from the bench and stretch. Stretch your body, mind, and spirit. Let it sink in how much you love you. How much you want to live this life healthy, vibrant, fully, with purpose and meaning. And make your way back on the path. Make your way back to the staircase with the 10 steps leading up. Bringing back with you everything you learned with this experience, which makes permanent and positive changes in your life. Stepping up, 1, slowly, calmly, easily, and gently. Returning to your full awareness once again. 2, every muscle, nerve, and fiber in your body feels good. You feel wonderfully good. 3, stepping up. Taking a deep breath in. 4, begin wiggling those fingers and toes. 5, you do love you, and you bring that with you as you step up. 6, coming back into your body, back into your normal awareness once again. 7, deep breath in, wiggling those fingers and toes. Feeling centered and grounded in your body once again. 8, coming back to the sound of my voice. 9, ready to open your eyes on the next number I count. And 10. Eyes open, deep breath in, stretch and smile. Welcome back. Welcome back. Now join me next Monday as we dive into brain health, what you can do. And I wish you love, light, and wonder, for life should be full of wonder, full of wonder. Next week, again, we'll cover what is the brain. All body systems are interlinked. Nutrition, exercise, how to renew, how to get quality sleep, how to restore, supplements that actually have beneficial effects, what to avoid, the importance of neuroplasticity, and our focus on longevity, quality over quantity. So thank you so much for joining me. I'll let you know if the YouTube video worked. Wish me well, and I'll talk to you again next week. Love, light, and wonder.